Malaysia has been ranked as one of the top 3 countries in the world with the deadliest roads. For a nation that is aspiring to become a developed country, Malaysia should look towards decreasing its traffic-related death rate. Transport accidents are actually a top killer of Malaysians in Malaysia, where roughly around 1 million more vehicles have been added every year since 2006. According to the Department of Statistics, Malaysia's DOSM latest data released in October 2019, a total of 168,168 deaths were recorded in Malaysia in 2017 and 172,031 deaths in 2018. Around 2,281 individuals were affected by drink driving accidents in Malaysia from 2011 to 2018. With about half of them dying and about half of them either suffering serious or minor injuries. The category of drunk or drugs is actually the last of the 17 categories listed, accounting for just 20 of the 18,705 fatal road accidents recorded during the 2016 to 2018 period. However, drink driving has recently become a hot topic again in Malaysia, following a spate of fatal road accidents involving drivers suspected of driving while intoxicated with alcohol. But again, what do we actually know of drink driving in Malaysia? How big is this problem? How many individuals in the country die each year from accidents caused by drink driving? In this video, we will discuss further about why is it bad to drink and drive. Hi, I am Shelyza.
Hi, my name is Syafiqah binti Aznoor.
Hi, I'm Fatin Adila Harun.
Hi, I am Nurul Nadiah.
Hi, I'm Umi Kalsum binti Salleh.
From what I have observed so far, I found out that this is going to be a never-ending issue, as it has a very strong relation with the driver's behavior and also the country's law and regulations regarding this as a whole. If the drivers don't feel responsible enough for their actions and the country don't see this as a crucial issue, that they felt nothing should be done with the law and regulations regarding this, it could occur forever. Therefore, I strongly believe that better actions could be taken in handling this issue, especially for the victims. Recently, there is a victim's family that lost for heavier penalties for drink driving, and this shows how justice are not being served for the victims.
I think in this case, everyone should play their part, including the road users themselves. It won't solve the problem if all these serious measures are being taken. Road users should play their role as an eyewitness to any road accident as well as drunk driving behavior. Please report it to the police immediately.
Drunk driving is a very serious issue in Malaysia. It is one of the main factors of road accidents that happen in this country. Even with the law being enforced, there are still some people who refuse to go by it. And I think this is because of the mindset that the police officers aren't always there to monitor them. They're not always there to follow them 24/7. And I personally think this mindset is very selfish. They do not think of the other road users who might get affected by their actions. The number of road accidents keeps on increasing because of these irresponsible drunk drivers. So I think this is a very serious issue to be addressed.
My thoughts on this issue are I feel very angry and sad because this issue is a very serious issue. This issue becoming more worse and leads to fatal accidents. As we know, accidents caused by drunk driving is something that should not be happen whether it is intentionally or unintentional. Most of accidents caused by drunk driving that happen in Malaysia will be a tragedy leads to death. Such an example, the case in Plaza Tol Kajang, Selatan Lebuh Raya Lekas, a police officer died because being hit by a drunk driver during roadblock regarding ops COVID-19. As we know, our country are having pandemic issue, but this issue still remain continue and still happen.
In my opinion, this issue still goes on because of the unchanging attitude of the drunk drivers, which is the offenders themselves. This shows that their ignorance means they take this matter too lightly and don't even consider the possibility of them getting into an actual accident. And to make things even worse, some of them even think that calling or paying someone for a chauffeur or a designated driver is just a waste of money. Maybe considering the short distance to reach their homes, or if not, they just take it as too bothersome for them.
Based on a true story, one of the recent news where a foodpanda rider who got irresponsibly hit by a drunk driver, he left his wife who suffered because basically she lost him, a person who brought food to their plates and also provide them shelter to live on. Plus, he left 4 of his stepchildren aged 7 to 15 for his wife to look after for. She even had to stop doing her business for at least 2 months in order to recover and be able to face the reality. So where can she get income for these 2 months of taking a break from doing business? This is how bad an accident caused by drunk driving gave to a victim's life.
Sometimes it's not that we don't take cautious steps when being on the road, like giving signals and look to the left or right to change lanes. We even obey the speed limit. However, just because of other drivers, especially those who drink and drive, can still cause accident nonetheless. This made me feel even more terrified when I knew even if I'm being extra careful on the road, accident can still happen, although it's not my fault at all.
Because of these stubborn drunk drivers, police officers, authorities would have to increase the number of roadblocks or the time they would have to spend on the road to monitor the drivers, and this would eventually affect the personal life of the police officers. So because of these people who refuse to go by the law, other people's lives are being affected by it.
As a netizen, this issue affects me because I am feel dissatisfaction regarding this issue. Some victims were afflicted and bear a heavy burden caused by the drunk driving accidents. Some of them lost the person that they depend on, such as their parents, husband, wife, and so on. This really affected me because I feel very sorry to them. I think I should voice out my dissatisfaction about what they have gone through by make a petition on social media such as Twitter, Instagram, and etc. If I am a netizen just being quiet and ignore this issue, it will be inevitable.
In this modern and digital era that we're living in, everything, literally everything, can get easily caught on camera, and you can go viral with just one click. And when this happens, your face and even identities can get exposed to the media and to the public. These offenders risk losing their job and struggle financially. And emotionally, they will have to face the guilt, shame, regret, and anger from the victims for the rest of their lives, and even the public.
I would suggest for the responsible parties to give mental support to the victims and also their family members, like providing regular visits to their homes so that their condition is being looked after for. Besides that, they could also financially support those in need, for example cases like the foodpanda rider's wife who had to stop her business for 2 months. She surely would suffer financially knowing that she also had 4 children to be fed as well. And finally, I personally believe that something could be done with the law and regulations of the country where they can consider on giving heavier penalties to the offenders.
In my opinion, the police need to patrol the nightclub area and make roadblocks to check the driver's alcohol reading in the hours of midnight and 3 a.m, especially on the weekend. And if you are driving down the street or freeway when you notice a vehicle driving erratically, you should notify the police. Please report the car and its driver to law enforcement, but before that, please provide the best description of the driver and vehicle such as the car color, plate number. So the more details you include, the better chance the police have of finding the car and getting the driver off the road before they cause an accident.
There are some talks about the people asking the government to enforce stricter laws And to enforce a law is not something easy, it's not something that we can do overnight. But I do agree on the idea of having stricter laws. But even with stricter laws, it wouldn't do much if the people still refuse to follow it, refuse to go by it. So be responsible, don't be selfish, try to put yourself in someone else's shoes. The law is there not to take away your freedom, it's there to protect people's lives. If you can afford to drink, you can afford to pay someone else to take you home.
Based on what I have observed, this issue must be looked as a very serious issue. Many people will question the law empowerment about this issue and they want the law to be tightened, such as enforce death penalty to the drunk drivers and ban all alcohol. The government should check the relevance of the penalty regarding this issue, so the people who does not realize about this issue are aware and always be careful. You guys should remember this. Drunk driving is a bad habit for us and everybody in this world.
To avoid becoming a repeat offender, it is best that they go through rehabilitation program for alcoholics. This is the time for them to sort out their mind and basically reflect on themselves. The most important part is they will have to learn to forgive themselves, of course after seeking for forgiveness from the victims. Hopefully, they will learn their lesson and change to become a better person as a whole.
One can always work hard to earn an income, but a life cannot be replaced. Hashtag drunk driving kills.
Drunk driving kills.
Hashtag drunk driving kills.
Hashtag drunk driving kills.
Please remember, drunk driving kills.